Hi, everyone. We are going to get started in about a minute here, so just hang tight. We'll let everybody finish joining us before we officially get started. Well, you can't see my earrings, Paula, but if I had known you were going to wear more orange, I would have put more of my orange jewelry on.
Oh, I like those. Very nice. Well, I'm in orange because it's a kind of a hair thing.
That
My
makes
hair
sense.
is in a lot of little braids because tomorrow I see the official braider tomorrow evening.
Perfect. Yeah, you're going to have
So
your
I'll
hair
have
done.
a new do when you come back, Anna.
Okay.
Okay, so, all right, so that's 2 p.m. Eastern on the dot, so I think we'll get started. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Up here on the screen, you have myself, Jenna Farber, you see Anna, and then Paula, the third one we'll talk about in just a moment here. But thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. We know this is a very busy time for everybody as the booking season's getting started for 2024, so we appreciate you being here. There you go. So the Emerging Destinations official team up until January 1st was the three lovely ladies you see in the photo there. So that was Jane Barron, the founder, myself, and Anna. And we are so pleased today to be able to introduce you to our newest member, Paula Newton.
Hello, everyone. I am really excited to be joining the Three Musketeers. Now there's four of us, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and seeing you as we get you ready to get your clients traveling.
Thank you, Paula. So just for a recap of everybody, I'm Jenna and I live in Canada, so I cover the Canadian territory. Anna is in Argentina and she covers the east coast of the US. And then Paula is in LA, so we're coming to you from all around the world. Before we officially get started with today's recap of the Emerging Destinations portfolio, I'm going to pass things over to Anna, who's going to tell you about our exciting upcoming roadshow in March.
Thank you, Jenna. In fact, we are very excited about the third edition of the Emerging Destinations Roadshow that we are bringing to the West and East Coast in March. As you can see on your screen now, here are the cities and the dates that we will be hosting several luncheons, cocktail parties, and breakfast presentation. The good thing of this third edition of the Roadshow is that we are bringing around 10 to 12 clients from our portfolio to join us on those roadshows, either the general managers or the owners of each company. So it will be a great opportunity to meet them in person. And they will be sharing with you latest news, renovations, and you will be able to listen firsthand from them what's going on those destinations and with their companies. So if you are in any of those cities or nearby, please mark that on your calendar and feel free to send us an email letting us know which event or which city are you interested in attending. So we will make sure to add you on the guest list. We are working on the invites right now, so we are expecting to send out the official save the date with more information about each venue within the next 1 or 2 weeks. So please drop us a line and let us know if you want to attend any of those events, and feel free to pass this information to your colleagues in the travel industry. Again, it will be a great opportunity not only to meet us, which is already great, but also to meet in person our clients in the portfolio. They are traveling really from very far in the world. We are bringing people from Kenya, from Panama, from Chile, from Uganda. So it's a great opportunity to meet them in person. So please join us on the Emerging Destinations Roadshow, first week of March in the West Coast and second week of March in the East Coast.
Perfect. And then just a couple housekeeping items to go over before we get started, Anna.
Yeah, sure. So this webinar is being recorded. So if you need to step away, answer the phone, or maybe go for a cup of coffee or lunch, don't worry. we are recording this webinar and we will be sending you the recording by the end of this week. And we will be also uploading this recording on our website, emergingdestinations.com. There's a section, a tab, where you will find the webinar library. So you can find this recording there, as well as other webinars that we have been conducting in the past. And then we will be also uploading this recording in our YouTube channel, Emerging Destinations. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, we invite you to subscribe there. Here again, we will upload this webinar and you will be able to dive deeper in the different sort of chapters or folders that we have for regions, and you will find the different webinars that we have been conducting for Africa, Americas, and Europe. Also, just for you to know, all attendees are mute, but we will be, time permitting, answering your questions at the end of our presentation. So if you have any question, any doubt, please feel free to type those on the control panel on your right. And after our presentation, we will be answering those questions one by one. In case we run out of time, don't worry, we will keep all those questions and we will be sending you one-on-one emails with the question and the answer to your question.
So as you guys know, since you signed up for the webinar, today we're going to be talking about all things emerging destinations. So we realize this is a bit of a daunting task to try to do in our half-an-hour time limit. So please know that we might be going through things quite quickly because there's a lot to cover. However, please keep in mind that if you do hear of a couple different things you're interested in and want to learn more, please contact either myself or Anna, and we can schedule a one-to-one where we go more into depth into those properties or DMCs, etc., that you want to learn more about. So I know we're going to be going through things quickly today, so try not to get overwhelmed. Just make a little note if there's anything you want to learn more about. We're happy to do so at your convenience. So on saying that, I'm going to get started with everything today and kick us off by telling you a little bit about Africa. So let us get started here. Okay, so we have quite a bit to cover in Africa, so please bear with me. As I mentioned, it's going to be a little bit brief, but we're going to do it. So we're going to start off with Kenya today. Kenya is actually where we have quite a few of our different properties. So to get you kickstarted, I'm going to talk about the JW Marriott. So this is located in the Masai Mara. It's the JW Marriott Masai Mara. The locally owned JW Marriott was the first of its brand for the brand, I should say. With only 20 rooms, the property only officially opened last year. So this is a brand new property located on the Talek River in the Masai Mara. The couple key highlights to let you know: the property has the largest spa offering in the Mara. Other things that make it unique are the photo studio room. So each room is actually equipped with the top-of-the-line Canyon camera for guest use. And we actually have 2 professional photographers that are always on site to help advise newbies to the photography game on how to use the cameras. And then also we have the photo editing studio, so they can actually edit their photos, and everything's all included on the property. So that's a unique key selling feature. And then again, just the fact of the property itself, it's all brand new. Every single deck faces the Talek River. It's the largest tented rooms in the Masai Mara. I mean, you can see the photos up there on your screen. It is absolutely gorgeous. Next, we have the Crown Plaza. So this is a 5-star airport hotel located in Nairobi, and it's actually already within the security area of the airport. So it's only a 5-minute drive from the terminal. So this is great for people arriving into Kenya or leaving out on those late flights. We also have a rooftop pool and bar with great food and atmosphere. So it's a nice way to either ease into a guest vacation or to relax before heading out. Their spa is actually fabulous as well. So great if people want to get a post-travel or pre-travel massage or treatment. And then we also have day rooms available, which is also really fantastic for people coming in from the Mara or elsewhere in Kenya and out on one of those late flights. We can hook them up with a day room for their use to get organized. After that, I'm going to lead into Atua NCOP. So we're still in Kenya. Atua NCOP is a boutique collection of lodges around Kenya. So they actually have 5 different properties. I'm going to start with the Elephant Bedroom Camp, which is their most well-known property. This is located in the Samburu National Reserve. And it is known for, of course, its elephants, their most popular visitors. So the rooms are quite spacious. They all face the river, and the decks make for perfect spots for relaxing and getting some up close and personal experiences with the elephants, the gentle giants. So Samburu itself is known for the different species that you can see there as opposed to other areas. So that's such as the Granville zebra, they have the reticulated giraffes, the gerenuk, the Somali ostrich, and the oryx as well. Moving on, still within the Tua NCOP portfolio, we have Mara Nagenshe. So this property to me is all about the location, and I had the opportunity to visit all of our Kenya properties last November. So I just recently came back from actually getting to see them in person. So if you do have any more in-depth questions, I'm happy to answer those. But this one for me was all about the location. So you can see up there on your screen, it is at the conjunction of the Mara River and the Talek River. So it leads for amazing game viewing. You can see vaguely in this photo, there's 6 tents along facing the Talek River and then 6 facing the Mara River. And of course, the game viewing you get because of that location is spectacular. So hippos, literally as we were sleeping, sounded like they were right outside the tent. Obviously they were not, they're in the riverbed far below, but it was a very unique experience. Still within the Tua NCOP portfolio, we also have Tipilinkwani. This is again is located in the Masai Mara. It's a little bit larger than the Mara Nagenshe property that I just spoke about. Very spacious, very good location as well. Actually, just for those folks who know where the JW Marriott Masai Mara is, the Tipilinkwani property is only about 20 minutes or so by road from there. And moving on again, Mbweha camp. So there's quite a bit of, when Jane and I were there, we talked to different people that pronounce this differently based on which region in Kenya they were from. So Mbweha or Mbweha camp. This is located just outside of the Nakuru National Park. Quite a different style for the Atua NCOP properties. It's much more cottage style, as you can see in the photo there. And because of its location, you actually have great opportunities for nighttime game drives on the private reserve right next to it. So actually the best night game viewing I've ever had. So that's Mbweha camp. And then last but not least, in the Tua NCOP portfolio, we have Elephant Gorge Camp. So this one is brand new to the Tua NCOP portfolio. They just acquired it last June. So it's actually currently closed until probably for another couple months here while they do renovations. So originally only had 5 rooms, so they're adding on rooms, adding on plunge pools, adding on a pool to the main area, expanding that. So I did not say that it's located just outside of the Amboseli National Park. So we are actually constructing a private road from our property straight to the gates. So it'll take only about 20 minutes to and from. So this is another great selling point for those people interested in the Amboseli region. And because it's a brand new property, we still have space for the busy season this year. So we will be open and operating by that time. So if you do have guests looking to get to Amboseli and you're looking for space, please do let us know. Again, I think this is the last one now that we have in Kenya, Mara Sienna. So this is another one, a newer property for us in the portfolio, and actually a newer property itself. So it's located not far outside of the Mara National Reserve, but it's on a newly formed conservancy called the Rapoi Conservancy. This is, now if anyone's heard of Jackson Lasoya, he is one of the directors of this camp. So him along with Fred and Salash, they're the three Maasai directors. So they are actually guiding at this camp as well, which if you're familiar with any of those three guides, you'll know what an honor that is to be guided by them. The camp itself is quite small, currently only has 4 rooms, but because it's on this newly formed Rapport Conservancy, which only has 3 properties on it at this time, it leads for tons of beautiful game viewing. Honestly, I think we were there for 4 nights. We didn't see another vehicle the entire time we were there. We got to go tracking lions off-road. I mean, it was absolutely incredible experience because of the ability to do those things on the Conservancy. There it is. There's Jackson Lasoya there for any of you that are familiar with him. And moving on, we have eco training. So eco training is a little bit different from our portfolio. I know lots of what we are representing is a mid to high end luxury range. Eco training is a little bit different for us. They actually just celebrated 30 years last year, so they've been around for quite a while. They originally started out and still are a guide certification course, but they've also started to introduce more of a leisure aspect or different family trips. They have the family eco quest. They have great areas for birding. So although they do guide certification, there's a lot more than we can actually do with eco training as well. So you're not limited just to that. They do have some prime locations. So they have 6 camps throughout 4 in South Africa, 1 in Botswana, and 1 in Kenya. So this is a great product for students looking for gap year. We actually get a lot of retirees as well. Also maybe younger couples that can't afford the price tag of some of the other properties that I was just talking about that want to still experience Africa. It's a great way to still get over there and get on the ground and just learn a ton and feel immersed into everything that Africa has to offer. It's a really special company. So I do like to mention that. Adventure Consults. So switching gears a little bit again. Adventure Consults is a DMC in Uganda and Rwanda. So they have offices in both countries and they specialize in safaris between the two. They do everything that they do is custom tailor-made experiences. Of course, their most popular trips will include the gorillas and chimpanzees, but they can do so much more than that. So if you do have any questions or looking for a new DMC partner in Uganda or Rwanda, please let us know and we can definitely do an introduction to Brian from there, who's absolutely fabulous. All right, so moving on to Zambia. We're getting there, folks, so hopefully you're still with me. In Zambia, we represent 2 different properties. So we have the Royal Livingston by Ann and Tara. I know most people are familiar with this property located in Zambia, right on the Victoria Falls. We can offer tons of different experiences, being that we're right on the Zambezi River. Because of our location right next to the falls, we also offer unlimited access to Victoria Falls. So guests can literally walk from the property straight over to the falls, and they get free access to that when they're staying at either the Royal Livingston or the Vani properties. So you can go walk, have nice sundowners, lots of different experiences we can do with that. So that is the Royal Livingston at a glance. We have the free roaming zebras and giraffes, which is always really neat, especially for families. And then, of course, for those familiar, the Royal Livingston is a 5-star. It's much more colonial, very classic experience compared to when we talk about the Vani, which is right next to the Royal Livingston. So they are connected. So guests at the Vani can go use the spa at the Royal Livingston, for example, or if guests at the Royal Livingston want to go enjoy some drinks at the poolside bar at the Vani, they can do so. So the Vani is more of a 4-star, still great experiences that we can offer you are the exact same. It's a lot more for families. We generally see more younger couples. It's a bit more bold in color, a little bit more lively. So just depending on what your guests are looking for between the Vani and the Royal Livingston for Victoria Falls. And moving on to Mozambique, we're staying still within the Anantara portfolio. We represent the Anantara Bazaruto Island Resort. So this is just off the coast of Mozambique, located on Bazaruto Island. We are the only full resort located on the island. So we are full service as part of that. Tons of different activities that you can do coming here. Interestingly enough, the island actually has the second largest sand dunes on the African continent. So we are able to offer tons of different activities related to that, such as the dune boarding you can see up there on your screen. Great for snorkeling. We actually have a dive center right on the island or right on the resort, so people can actually get certified into scuba dive if they're interested. We have our award-winning Anantara Spa, sailing, deep sea fishing. There's tons of water activities that you can do. Here's a couple more photos of the property itself, which is absolutely gorgeous as well. We do have an adults only pool and a kids pool, so it's a great property for honeymooners or romance travel. We organize a lot of proposals, honeymoons, baby moons, and then we also have the kids side for families. And then last but not least, in our African portfolio, we have Sierra Leone. So Sierra Leone is, again, a little bit different for us than what we typically represent, just in the fact that we are representing the tourism board of Sierra Leone. So we are working with all the different stakeholders in Sierra Leone, all the hotels, all the DMCs, to promote the destination as a whole. And I was just there in November as well, so I'm very happy to talk more in depth to anybody who's interested in learning more about Sierra Leone. It was a fascinating country. For those of you that don't know where it's located, you can see it up there on your screen. It's in West Africa. The food was absolutely fantastic. Very different experience than when people think of Africa in the East Africa context. So lots of water activities, surfing, again, great for hiking, trekking, tons of birding, beaches, and then also the culture and the history, which is one of the most, to me, one of the most unique and amazing thing to learn about was the history of the country of Sierra Leone, specifically in terms of the slave trade and the port that it acted as during that time, and then also the emancipation of slaves. After that. So if anybody has any questions about Sierra Leone, very happy to talk more about that. And you're just about done listening to me, so I am just going to talk about our Europe portfolio for one moment before I hand things over to Anna. So within Europe, we are representing Iceland. So in Iceland, we have Iceland Pro Cruises. So Iceland Pro Cruises offers circumnavigations around Iceland, starting and ending in Reykjavik. We're only operating in the summer months, so just from May until the end of August. We are using the ship, the Sea Venture, so it's 164 packs, every single, so still quite small compared to some of the other ones operating in the region. We are also locally owned and operated, which I do like to mention. So we have Icelandic staff on board, we offer Icelandic food, we try to incorporate as much about Iceland into the experience, since that's where you're visiting. We also do have one itinerary that includes Greenland that happens in August. And their sister company is Iceland Pro Travel, and they are a DMC. So with them, we can essentially do everything under the sun. It's kind of your one-stop shop for Iceland. We can help organize self-drives. We do small group tours, special trips if somebody wants to go scuba diving or fishing, for example. So we can help with those. Camping even, I mean, really anything under the sun for those interested in going to Iceland. So I think that is all I have to say. Anna, I'm sorry, I know I didn't leave you tons of time, but I did the best I could. So I will hand things over to you now to handle the Americas and then talk about Porto.
Thank you, Jenna. So just to end with our Europe portfolio, we are representing Porto and the north of Portugal Visitors and Convention Bureau. Basically, sort of, it's a similar situation as we have with Sierra Leone and Guyana. We are working with the tourism board of that region of Portugal, so we are collaborating with them in spreading the news, and we are collaborating with all stakeholders, hotels, CMCs. This is a great destination. It's sort of a boom. If you compare with other countries in Europe, it's really a very inexpensive destination. A lot of honeymooners are choosing this destination. It's ideal for people interested in food and wine. Porto and the Douro Valley are really amazing areas where you can enjoy amazing and delicious food and wine. So if you have any requests or want to learn more about Porto and north of Portugal, also an amazing destination for incentive groups, please let us know and we will be helping you. So this is all in Europe. Then moving to the Americas region, the first client we have in the portfolio is in Chile. We represent Las Torres Reserve, which is located in Torres del Paine National Park in southern Patagonia. This is about 3 hours and a half flight from Santiago, just to give you an idea. This destination works perfectly as a combination with cruises doing either the Chilean fjords or Antarctica. Las Torres Reserve is a family company that was created around in the tourism industry. They started around 40 years ago. They are located inside the national park, in the very heart of the national park. And we can say that they offer you and your client the best location that you can find, simply because they own the land before it became a national park. This is not a year-round destination. The season runs from September up to April, and they have sort of 2 different options to offer you and your clients. Hotel Las Torres Patagonia is a 4-star property, ranch style, with 74 rooms and suites. Again, located right at the very heart of the Torres del Paine National Park and at the base of the massif. They work with all-inclusive packages. And then the other option that they can offer you and your clients are the trekking circuits. They operate the trekking circuits that form the famous W circuit. And along that W circuit, they have different camping sites, mountain hostels, and refugios. So if you have people interested in doing the W circuit, it's an amazing trekking circuit, 4 or 5 days, and the O circuit takes 8 days. This is an amazing opportunity for them to get the most of the W circuit. So this is what we have in Chile. From there, we are going to Ecuador. In Ecuador, we represent Enchanted Expeditions. This company has been working in the tourism industry in Ecuador for about 40 years already. They have 3 motor yacht cruises sailing around the Galapagos Islands. They have the luxury Passion cruise, which has capacity for up to 14 people on 2 suites and 5 cabins, and they are doing 8 days itinerary sailing around either the west or the eastern part of the islands. And then on the first class category, like a 4-star floating hotel, they have 2 other options. They have the Cachalot Explorer or the Beluga. Each of them have capacity for up to 16 people, 8 cabins each. And they are offering not only 8 days itineraries as the luxury Passion, but also shorter itineraries. If you have people interested in doing a 6-day cruise around the Galapagos Islands, they have that option too. Enchanted Expeditions also own the Enchanted Galapagos Lodge, which is located approximately 15 minutes drive from Puerto Ayora town. This cozy lodge has only 10 rooms, was completely renovated 2 years ago, and is a paradise either for people looking for a retreat. They are doing some yoga retreats during the year. It's also a great place to stay after a cruise. Remember that a cruise to the Galapagos Island is really a very sort of active trip, so we always recommend to set aside 1 or 2 extra days after your cruise to spend in Puerto Ayora or at the Enchanted Galapagos Lodge before flying back home. And also it's a great sort of hotel to stay if you have people that doesn't want to go on a cruise, they can do the island hopping, and we can provide different excursions to the different islands from the lodge. And finally, Enchanted Expeditions, they have offices, well, in the Galapagos as well as in Quito. They are a DMC. Again, they have more than 35 years of experience. They can help you with any itinerary, not only in the Galapagos, but also if you want to put together an itinerary in mainland Ecuador, or if you want to combine Ecuador and Peru, they can help you with that as well. So from Ecuador, we are going to Panama. In Panama, we are representing La Coralina Island House, which is the newest luxury resort in Bocas del Toro archipelago on the Caribbean side. Just to give you an idea, it's only 1 hour flight from Panama City, from the capital, and 1 hour from San Jose in Costa Rica. Bocas del Toro archipelago is known as the Galapagos of the Caribbean because of the rich marine wildlife they have. And this amazing property we have here, La Coralina, it is a year-round destination. It has 23 rooms and 8 villas. It's ideal for couples, for honeymooners. They are really very strong in anything related to wellness, spa, and yoga. In fact, they are offering a full calendar of 8 different yoga retreats during the year, and they are offering also the possibility that you bring your own group with your teacher and you put together your retreat using the facilities of La Coralina Island House. An amazing destination also for weddings, for people interested in water sports like surfing lessons, kayaking, snorkeling, scuba diving. It's really a paradise and very close to the States. So it works perfectly also as a perfect getaway for 4 to 5 days from the States. So from Panama, we are going to Bolivia. This is our newest client in the Americas portfolio. We are representing Hidalgo Tours DMC. They have offices in Uyuni and in Potosí. They have more than 35 years of experience offering unique travel experiences. Everything is tailor-made. All of the excursions and tours they are offering are in private, and they are really very focused in southern Bolivia, and they are developing more than 76 different tours, excursions, or experiences that you can enjoy in the southern part of Bolivia. And the sister company they have under the Hidalgo Tours umbrella is Palacio de Sal Hotel, or Salt Palace Hotel, which is located, next slide please. The Palacio de Sal Hotel is located in the shores of the Uyuni salt flats. It's a 5-star property. It has only 42 rooms, an amazing spa with a swimming pool facing the salt flats. This hotel was the first salt hotel in the world, and it's really an amazing place to stay and to experience the magnificence of the salt flats in Bolivia. So from Bolivia, we are going to Guyana, which is not new for us. We are bringing them back. We were representing the tourism authority, I think it was until the pandemic, and then now that we are bringing them back. Basically, this small country lies along the Atlantic Ocean at the very top end of South America. It's the only English-speaking country in Latin America. I mean, like English as the first language. Guyana means land of many waters, and the name is given because the 600 miles of rivers and waterfalls that you can find in the country. It's a paradise for people interested in bird watching, for nature lovers, for people seeking for adventure and ecotourism. Guyana, it's again, this is one of sort of a booming destination. There are direct flights from New York, for example, and it's an amazing, amazing country for people really interested in eco-friendly options. Not sure if you want to add something on that, Jenna. You were working very close with them up to until the pandemic hit.
No, I think that you covered everything now, just for a brief introduction. But if people do have more questions, I'm more than happy to talk with you more about Guyana as well.
Awesome, thank you. So, well, that was our portfolio, and we did it in 35 minutes. So I think that we did it quite well, Jenna.
Perfect. I was worried when I was still talking, and I was like, oh, but I know Africa is a big book. There's a lot to cover there. So thank you for allowing me some extra time.
Yeah, no, well, as Jenna mentioned at the beginning, this was a very briefly and quick introduction and summary of our portfolio of cool companies in cool places. Of course, we can keep talking like 30 minutes, 1 hour about each destination, each client we have in the portfolio. So we are more than happy to schedule a training session or a Zoom call with you and your teams. Please just let us know which client, which destination you are interested in, and we can schedule a call. Now we have some questions on the control panel, Jenna, and please, to all of the travel advisors connected to this webinar, please feel free to type any question, any doubt you have for us on the control panel on your right. The first question I have for you, Jenna, is from Jim. Does the Crown Plaza Nairobi Airport in Kenya have an airport shuttle?
Yes, so the answer is absolutely we do, and it is included there and back when you stay at the Crown Plaza. So don't worry about that for guests. We have them there and back. It leaves every 30 minutes, so we can definitely make sure that they are on a shuttle. And as I mentioned before, it's 5 minutes from the terminal, so it's very convenient.
Awesome, thank you. Then, well, this is not a question. In fact, we have from Jenny a feedback. She worked with Iceland Pro Travel in the past, and she's saying that it was super helpful in planning a trip for her clients coming up this April. So happy to hear that, Jenny. All those feedbacks are really very helpful for us. So, and thank you for your business with Iceland Pro Travel. Now we have another question from Chip. With the unrest going on, what is the current situation in Ecuador regarding the cruises? So Chip, just for you to know, we can share with all you, otherwise you can just check out that on our website on the news section. The cruises are sailing on a regular basis. We haven't canceled any departure date. And the competition, they haven't canceled anything either. So the situation, I would say, it's like under control. Of course, there's a curfew, but I think if I'm not wrong, that is from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning. That it's restricted the circulation in the main cities, but other than that, we are working sort of on a normal situation, and we are the national parks, the Galapagos Islands, everything has been quite safe, and we haven't seen any sort of problem or difficulty with the things that were going with the issues that were happening in Ecuador a couple of weeks ago. So please keep promoting and supporting Ecuador. We need the business now more than ever. Things in Galapagos are extremely safe and under control. So not sure if we have any other question here. No, it looks like we don't have any other questions. So not sure, Jenna, if you want to come back to our slide regarding the roadshow
Sure.
before we wrap up. But basically, this was sort of a quick introduction of the emerging destinations portfolio, representing cool companies in cool places. Remember that if you are in any of the cities that you are seeing on your screen now, or you are planning maybe to be there on those dates, please drop us a line. We are putting together the third edition of the Emerging Destinations Roadshow. We will be hosting different events and presentations, and we are bringing to country our clients from Africa, from the Americas, and from Europe. They will be exhibiting on this roadshow, so it will be a great opportunity for you to meet them in person and you know, to build a direct relationship with all the hoteliers that we have in the portfolio. So first week of March, please join us on West Coast, San Diego, La Jolla, Irvine, and Los Angeles. And second week of March, please join us in the East Coast. We are doing Philadelphia, New York City, Boston, and Westchester. If you have any questions, if you want to attend any of those events, please drop Jenna an email regarding the West Coast Roadshow, or if you want to attend the East Coast, send me an email to me, anna@emergingdestinations.com. We would like you to meet in person our clients. So this is all on my side. Over to you, Jenna, if you want to end the webinar.
Perfect. So thank you, Anna, for your presentation, and thank you everyone so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time. I think Anna's mentioned enough that you know how to get a hold of us if you need anything. We're more than happy to help, but thank you again for joining us today, and hopefully some of you will be able to join us tomorrow for our Iceland webinar, Iceland with Kids webinar. So thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you and hopefully seeing you on our Emerging Destinations Roadshow in March. Thanks everyone, have a good day.